Alright, we got some more Red Dead Redemption 2. This is going to be part 11. The previous video that we did was just shy of 2 hours, I believe, which is a little bit on the higher end of what I'd like to do. I don't like it to get too kind of drawn out. So hopefully this video will be a little bit shorter. I know I'm going to try and attack some main story missions in this one, so it should be pretty exciting. We finished kind of last time by finishing off the last few gunslingers that we had to locate. So we completed that little side quest from the biographer that we met at Keen's Saloon in Valentine, and we went back to Keen's Saloon in Valentine upon finding the last gunslinger, and he wasn't there. He was nowhere to be found. And so obviously I thought that was kind of unusual. I did look into it. This mission's actually going to continue a little bit later on. And that also kind of led into me finding out a little bit more about how to best kind of track my missions and kind of what's available to me. I read a suggestion that just said to open the map and to put the index on, and the index will show you any important markers that are currently available in the scope of the world. And it also kind of suggested to me that a lot of missions will just kind of come your way, and that's the best way to track what is available to you at any given time. So I think I'm going to start using that to kind of track my missions. I'll pull it up here real quick. So if I hit index and then I go to missions, so these are all current missions that are available to me. There's a couple bounty posters, one in Valentine, one down in Saint Denis. Obviously the Mika Bell and Javier Escuela missions are available. Those are the main story missions that we're going to be tackling here. And then you can kind of see other things as well, and you can set waypoints through that. But if a stranger mission gets unlocked somewhere in the world for me, it would show up in like this available missions category. So this is what I'm going to use to kind of track what is available to me and what I can do next. I thought it was a useful little tip. So eventually, in a later chapter, we're still really only in chapter 2 of the main story, which is still very, very, very early on. So later on, I think when I read ahead, it said chapter 4. I tried not to read too far, but I did see about chapter 4. This gunslinger mission will continue and pick up. So it's not a glitch. There is no like. There's not an ending to that gunslinger mission. It's just going to continue later on. Upon completing those final 2 gunslinger missions, that's really only left us with these 3 missions that we see here. The bounty posters don't really interest me right now. We did a lot of exploring, especially the East New Hanover region, or this region right here. I guess that might be not correct geographically, but we investigated basically a little bit east of Emerald Ranch, a lot south of Emerald Ranch. We were riding a train for quite some time that took us right to Saint Denis, which is a huge city hub, unlike anything that we've really seen in a Red Dead game before. There's a lot going on here. When I zoom in on the map, we can see that there. It's a little bit out. We're not quite there yet. It's out of our range. That'll be further along in the story. So, I mean, a lot of these places will cross into the story at one point or another. So we'll worry about going and exploring some of those places once the story brings us there. But we did a lot of exploring last time, so this time we're just going to do a couple of the main story missions. Javier might be better to do first. What are we thinking? Mika and then Javier? Let's do Mika. Where are we here? I don't even know where we at. We're in Valentine, I believe. Yeah, we are. Okay. So I switched horses back to Ab for the time being. Let's just go break Mika Bell out. Then we can head back to the Horseshoe Overlook. And then rescue Sean, I believe it is, which is down here where Javier is in Blackwater. So he's being held by some bounty hunters there. So not necessarily in jail, but still kind of a breakout. Breaking 2 people out of our gang here. Dutch seemed to make it clear that he wanted Mika rescued as soon as possible, and I did not want to return to my camp until that had happened. So we'll do Mika first.
Okay, fella.
That Javier mission's been available for a while, almost since we broke out into like the free roam stage when we came south off of the Grizzlies, and
Come on, get clear.
but we'll get it done soon. I'm pretty sure that Javier mission, maybe I'm mistaking it, maybe it hasn't been there quite that long. I think since we had that bar fight, because the Javier mission... What now?
Keep this up? You think you're clever, huh? Huh? With your goddamn games!
Hey, you leave her be.
I ain't afraid to get blood on my hands.
Jesus, I hate when the autosave thing comes up. He's got a knife. Christ. Your health bar has increased. Fist fights, bow shots, fishing, and other physical strength related activities will increase it further. God, this game is crazy just in how quickly you can just be riding along and next thing you know something like that happens. I'm glad I was able to do something positive though, not just beating people up rather aimlessly.
Hey,
Oh well. Had that happen a couple times in the last video. If you haven't seen that one, it's a must watch for sure. It's one of the slower videos in this series, but there's some rather funny sequences. The murders that I was committing were pretty funny. Just one after the other.
Yep.
There's some sort of a gunfight over here.
Easy.
We've given you enough chance. Hey, get out of here. This doesn't concern you.
Shit. Where's gonna get their feel of you, Dwayne?
I'm done with this. Take him out, boys.
Yeah, give us those sons of bitches.
I don't have any weapons on me. I gotta get back to the horse and get some weapons. It's a father and his sons? They're being attacked. I don't know what's going on here.
Should have stayed the hell out of this.
That's it.
Is that it?
Appreciate you stepping in there. Those bastards been turning the screw on me from day one, saying I gotta pay them protection money. I told them where to stick it, and well, I guess you just saw how that panned out.
Alright, so another morality increase. Damn, we are,
What happened to you two?
we're on a roll here to start.
Dog,
You wouldn't give us no guns, Pa.
this is the worst idea I've ever had.
Stay out of trouble.
I'll try.
Whew. Last time everything seemed to be going wrong, I would
I didn't think they were
feel forced to kill somebody, and then it would be witnessed, and I would have a bounty on my head. This so far, my first few interactions have gone quite well. This looked like a father and some sons or something building a property, but it seemed like there were some outlaws, and apparently they were claiming that they wanted protection money, and the father told them to stick it. So I'm glad that another situation where I'm glad I was able to come in handy. Much better decisions to start this part.
Yep. Easy now.
So Mika Bell is in Strawberry, another city we haven't been to.
There we go.
Clear off.
Excuse me, the O'Driscolls have this bridge?
No, I don't think you get it. We got this bridge. Exclusive.
You want to be a smartass,
You
eh?
idiots really want to die over a crossing?
Shoot the fool!
I shouldn't think you'd beat the O'Driscolls on this patch. This is what happens when you cross the O'Driscolls. Better pray for a quick one.
Here. Son of a bitch. Damn idiots. Should've let me cross.
Goddamn idiots is right. So with those gunslinger missions, I also found out that indeed those gunslingers, the ones that were killed, they drop like collectible guns. So I may have missed 2 of the gunslingers' pistols that I could have picked up afterwards, which are kind of special pistols like Billy Midnight's was. But the only thing about them is they're collectible and they're cool pistols and whatnot, but I still haven't found ammo for Billy Midnight's pistol, and because I dropped my Schofield in the last video, now I essentially have no sidearm weapon. I'm stuck with my carbine repeater. I don't think like I can get a backup from my horse. Oh, that's a lie. Oh, okay, so I guess when you drop something, you can always just go grab it again from your horse. Okay, that's good. I was worried that I was gonna kind of be screwed there and only have my Cattleman revolver, which is like a cheap 6-shooter. I always forget that I can carry 2 long arms with me now as well. Before I could only carry the one, like have the carbine repeater. Now I can take the carbine rifle and a double barrel shotgun and my Schofield revolver. Jesus,
Okay.
Another dangerous interaction. Now that we're really starting to dive into the open world a little bit, I can see why people have been saying it's a very dangerous kind of world. Lots of bad people. The O'Driscolls have been annoying, to say the least, to start this game. We've come across them a couple times, and of course we did that raid a few videos back on what we thought was the hideout that Colm Driscoll was at, and it turned out it wasn't. Too bad for that. But we've encountered them a few times, and I mean, I've become acquainted with other gangs throughout the open world, but we've really got to know the O'Driscolls and their tomfoolery the most, and there is truly no place for it. At least the Vanderlyn gang, we're not annoying. We're not like causing, you know, ruthless problems throughout the world constantly. Like, we're just kind of laying low and making strategic moves. The O'Driscolls are just asses. Not fans of the O'Driscolls.
Hold up.
So I've never been out this way before. We must be just at the very foot of the Grizzlies, at the very, very, very bottom here. This is Wallace Station. Yeah, I've never been down here. This is Diablo Ridge. You can see it's a very mountainous area, but we should be in Strawberry relatively soon. It's nice scenery around here. Strawberry, or Valentine, is a very nice place because...
Easy, easy.
You gotta help me out here, mister. Can you? Please? I've been on the run for days now. If you could help me with these shackles, I just might have a chance.
So how'd you end up like this?
Just shoot the damn chains already, come on! Just shoot the chains off, please. I'm done for otherwise. Hey, what the hell? Get away from me!
I don't really feel like helping this guy. I don't see... And this is exactly what I thought the dilemma would be with this game. I mean, you don't want to make all of the right decisions because at the end of the day, you're Arthur and you are a criminal, more or less. So you have to make some bad decisions. That just seemed kind of pointless, though. I feel like he could have just like straight up robbed me right then and there. What was stopping him once I free him from the shackles? What's he gonna be able to offer me?
Yeah.
Just getting into unnecessary trouble. Very beautiful. This is gonna be like a real main story mission. I have a feeling once I do this in the Javier mission, probably gonna be it for chapter 2. We're pretty deep into chapter 2 already. If you go back and look at like the recap where you can like replay the missions from each chapter, we've done quite a few in comparison to the length of chapter 1. So this is quite the path to get into Strawberry here. I don't know if this is the main path or if they're taking me some sort of a back path here. It's just weird, I guess, because this is all territory that I've never been in, I've never seen. Those are some train tracks. Probably shouldn't go in with my gun drawn. Okay. Seems like there's somebody I can talk to here.
Hey there.
Can I help you?
Just taking a look.
We're with the Appleseed Timber Company. Head foreman. Still getting started on this site, but we should have some fine Big Valley lumber for sale very soon if you're interested.
I'll keep that in mind.
We should be further along by now, but what can you do? I mean, look at these dolts. There's not a brain between them. Listen, you got any supplies for sale? Food, medicine? Starting to run low. I can't spare anyone to go into town, not the way things are going. I'd be happy to pay premium for them.
So I came across this building site where they seem to be building another little village or something, and this gentleman was wondering if I can sell him some goods. There's a lot that he will not accept. You can see at the very bottom of the black box, the shopkeeper does not accept this item. We're looking for provisions. So he'll take health cures. He'll take provisions as well. Okay. So I want to sell him things that I have multiples of. I don't know if there's a whole lot that I'm going to be able to sell him here. I suppose I could sell him some of my alcohol and maybe a couple of my cigars, because those are things that, to be honest with you, to this point in the game I haven't really used a whole lot of. But it's hard, I can't really tell if he is actually he said, oh, I'll pay a premium. How do I know that he's paying a premium? I haven't really done reference with shops. I'll sell him a little bit of alcohol and maybe a couple cigars to start, and we'll go from there. So you know what? I will give you I'll give you 2 of my cigars. He's gonna buy them for 86 cents a piece. I will give you 1 of my gins, 1 of my Kentucky bourbons. I will give you you know what, that's it for now. Just a couple of cigars and the alcohol, to be honest with you. That's all I can afford to give you. I haven't really...
That should help keep us going.
Sell supplies to the foreman for profit. Let's find out a little bit more about this. Oh, okay. Now here's the log. This is what I was trying to pull up a while ago to try and get a list of all of the missions. So now we can see that Jim Boy Calloway gunslinger mission, the noblest of men and a woman, this will continue at a later time. Now we're able to see that. Now it makes a lot more sense. There's the robberies that we were tipped off about. One just below or above the St. Denis Gunsmith, and one was at the Rocky 7 Homestead or something like that. That's what it says there. There's the logging camp. Now sell supplies to the foreman for profit. A group of lumberjacks work to chop down the trees. They're developing the area, obviously. So we can choose to sell things to these people, and it looks like they do pay a higher premium than what you might get from some shopkeepers and whatnot. Good to know. And I mean, you'd rather help working folks like this than some rich snob Saint Denis general store owner. Am I right? Or am I right? I didn't want to get rid of any of my health cures. I only have 3. Got a couple miracle tonics and whatnot, which kind of I think it takes care of health, stamina, and everything. But I haven't really been traveling around with a surplus of provisions.
Out of the
So-
damn way.
What the heck?
I can't just go selling everything.
Yep.
I did my duty. I gave him what I could. It's 8:37 a.m., so we're morning. Probably a good time to some wild horses. Oh Christ, here we go.
Please, sir, please stop. Oh, I beg you. Oh, I'm in bad sorts here. I took a little jaunt and have managed to get myself hopelessly lost. I am staying in Strawberry. If you could just guide me back.
Can't think of a good reason to say no.
Oh, thank you, thank you, sir. Well, after you. What possessed me to come out here, I'll never know.
Scary world out there, mister.
What are you doing out here anyway? This clearly ain't your natural habitat.
No, I'm just visiting. I'm from New York City, actually.
Are you going to
You
get up
don't
on this
say.
here?
Oh, yes. There was some talk at the country club about this burgeoning little resort town called Strawberry. So I thought it might be quite the trip to see what all the fuss was. Perhaps make a few investments while it was still undervalued. Turns out I was made the fool.
Not enjoying it then?
It's a town of splinters, if you could call it much of a town at all. I'd hardly stepped off the carriage and I'd taken in the whole place. I suppose some might call it charming. Let me tell
That's
you.
funny, that
charm
paints
is not
a
worth much
early
these
picture
days.
of Strawberry.
You show me a timber frame shack and I'll show you Broadway. And meanwhile, you have
I'm already
this
going to Strawberry.
mayor,
Figured I might as well
quite
take him.
intolerable blowhard. A little bespoke woodwork, and he thinks this is a cultural hub. The man's completely deluded. Well, I should give him some credit. He must be quite the salesman. He did get me out here after all. More fool me. Now I'm tromping through the leaves in the muck with some cowboy. No offense.
Little taken.
He's just gonna walk alongside me. I thought he was gonna hop on the horse with me, but apparently not. Yeah, I'm already headed this way. Might as well help him. Strangers like this will give you information, just like the stranger that gave me the information about some peculiar things happening in Emerald Ranch area. This guy is letting me know a little bit about Strawberry before I even get there. So he's telling me like it's all just like. To me, it sounds a lot like it's going to look like what we saw in Valentine. Very similar small town, not kind of all industrial like we saw in Saint Denis. And he called the mayor a blowhorn or something like that, so doesn't hold his highest regards to the mayor. Can probably trot a little quicker. I don't know how far off Strawberry's going to be here. I'm just leading him, so it's okay if he falls back a bit.
Whoa there!
Giddy up! Take up the whole road much? Oh, there it is.
You've rescued me from the depths. You seem quite the resourceful sort, sir. If for some reason you plan to spend any time in Strawberry, you may want to look into that gabbing mayor. Something is definitely off with him.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Again, the mention of that crooked mayor. Wow, look at this. This is beautiful.
New Yorkers. Jesus.
I'd say probably a little bit bigger than Valentine. I wasn't expecting that. Looks like a logging town for sure. Everything is made of wood. Don't really need to see the butcher right now.
Hey, mister.
Morning.
There's the mail office next to us. The general store is just up here.
Morning to you.
Morning to you.
And there's the jail where Mika ought to be. Or Micah, rather.
Hello, mister.
I feel like I should just go straight to the jail before I even settle down in town. I don't want to really be seen too much. We'll just attack this head on here. I don't want to be sticking around too much, my face being seen too much. Let's just go in, get Mika, and get out.
Yep. Hello, sir. I've come from Blackwater. I'm on the trail of a dangerous gang. Colm O'Driscoll. Heard you had some sort of incident.
We don't deal with bounty hunters around here, son.
I was just wondering if I could get a description.
Well, they weren't friends. They got in a fight, 2 men got killed. Now, one of them's an idiot, the other's some kind of dumb mix, so maybe them's your boys. You can look right enough when we hang them.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Let me out of here, you maggots! You think these bars can hold me? You hear me? My boys are coming for me! And when they do, we'll
No, we're done here. Just get the hell out.
Alright, so they didn't want to talk too much. So we gotta try and find a way to speak to Micah.
Arthur! Arthur!
Hello, friend. Had a good time, did you?
You going to get me out of here?
I ain't decided yet.
Real funny.
Oh, I ain't joking, cowpoke. I heard so much bluster out of your mouth these last 6 months. And now, I got an opportunity to watch you be silenced.
Well, you gotta do something.
Why?
I always looked up to you, Arthur.
Well, that's your first mistake. Listen, there's one little problem. There's only one of me, and there's a whole town full of people wanting to see you swing.
You got to do something, Arthur. You got any dynamite? Maybe that steam donkey over there still works. This wall just needs some good forcing.
Just trying to see if I could find a little bit more information about this particular mission. Can't see it. Can't see it in the mission list just yet. We gotta try and do something here. We gotta try and figure something out.
Yes. Hook that over the bars. See if you can pull them off.
What a modern disaster this is gonna be.
Just pull that lever. Come on.
It's gonna be an awfully big scene here.
There'll be more law here any minute.
I'm hurrying. I'm hurrying.
Let's get out of here, come on. What the hell are you doing?
He wasn't O'Driscoll.
Should've known you were no
Oh,
good.
Jesus.
That's how you want Don't go that way. Let's get the hell out of here.
I got some unfinished business. Draw me, Morgan.
Trust you?
Let's get out of here.
You have finally lost
Keep
your
moving,
damn
Arthur.
mind. Goddamn maniac! I should have left you to hang.
We're in it now, Morgan. What do you want to do? Send them all out! Come on! Everything you got!
We should be long gone by now.
They got something of mine I ain't leaving without. Keep shooting! Don't give up on me now! Shit, more of the bastards!
Yep, I see him.
Hell's coming for you! Right now! Let's go!
Where are we going?
Making a house call! There's more of these morons! Kill that bastard!
Move up, damn it. We really should get out of here.
Calm yourself, woman. Like I said, I need to see some. Skinny! Get out here! Skinny!
It ain't skinny, Micah. It's north. Oh.
You always was a letdown, you fat sack of crap! Excuse me, man, Arthur. Hello, Maddie. They had something of mine. My guns. I showed him, and I'll show the rest of this town!
You have really lost it.
Look, you one, I swear.
I don't go down that easy! Let's end this! Finish these bastards! Up here! Come on! The law in this town's a damn joke!
We could have been long gone, but no. You have to...
Town! I work clean! I don't leave loose ends! Here, reckon
It's time we got out of here, Morgan. Now you want to get out of here?
Oh Christ! So Mika ended up dying on our first escape attempt there from Strawberry. Holy Christ! This is probably maybe the most shooting that we've had to do straight up in any mission that we've played yet so far. I'm not surprised that it didn't work out for us on the first time. I was just trying some different camera views there, kind of switching it around, switching to first person when I thought, you know, there might have been a cool angle to catch. Learned that you can't shoot when you're in cinematic view. Learned that the hard way. I think I lost a little bit of health in trying to do that, but definitely one heck of a gun battle to start here, no doubt. We'll try it again. Been using Deadeye a little bit more there too, trying to get some better shots, especially long distance shots with my pistol and whatnot.
Where the hell do you think you're going, Hitler? Choice! Look! They're sending the whole brigade! Yeah! Another line of them! We are in the herd today! Okay, woo! Let's get out of here before we get any more on our tail. Yep. That was some good shooting, Morgan. Whew. I gotta hand it to you. What the hell was that you pulled back there? Got a bit wild, all right. Wild? Making a house call in the middle of all that? Ain't much I care about more than those guns. That much is clear. Who was that fella? Skinny? Yeah, we ran together for a while. Did a bank job down south. Didn't end well. I saw how it goddamn ended. He was gonna let me hang. I'm starting to wish I had. And you owe Lenny, too. If he hadn't found us in time... Yes, you will all be thanked profusely, I promise. Yeah, well, you're lucky Dutchie's got your back. For some unknown reason.
There's one heck of a weather system moving in here, which is pretty cool. You can see it in the background with some thunder.
Lost him. I hope so. I'm giving you a
and some
holster.
lightning.
It's my way of saying thank you. And thank
Because you can't see thunder.
There I was, having a dull day only for you. To liven it up by letting me help you shoot up half a town. You're a funny fella, Arthur. Real funny. Why you act all sour all the time? Yeah, well, you ain't funny at all. So why you gotta act like the court jester? All right, listen. I'm sorry, but we're family now. Arthur, you and me. Sons of Dutch. Makes us brothers. Sometimes, brothers make mistakes. Now I'm heading back to my little camp around back of Strawberry. Come see me. Maybe I can make things up to you. You ain't heading back to Dutch? No, I've been a bad boy, Arthur. I ain't seeing Dutch till I can bring him a peace offering. Bye now. Yeah.
Offhand holster. What is that? Allows you to hold and shoot 2 sidearm weapons at once. No kidding. We gotta give that a try. dual wield, or I can go one. So that's one. That's two. So I can go... I have one Cattleman revolver and one Schofield. I suppose if I got another Schofield, for example, then I could have two Schofields going at the same time. But for now, we can dual wield. That's really cool. I like the way that they did that, and I like the way that it's laid out in the menu system as well. And I suppose, I don't know how you would aim. I guess there is no aim. You just kind of shoot. That's cool. I like that. Practicing, messing around with the buttons a little bit. So I know Mika pointed out that he might have another mission for us by returning to Strawberry, but I don't see any other main story mission outside of the Javier mission, which is another kind of break somebody out mission. Let's set a waypoint there. I don't need to do that just yet. See, that was very dangerous. So when we first found out about that mission, we were in our camp, and one of the members came running in saying, oh, they've arrested Mika, things went wrong. Again, it had something to do with our feud with the O'Driscolls. We saw, again, he shot his O'Driscoll cellmate as soon as he broke out. You can see that there's a huge feud with the O'Driscolls. You know, I just finished talking about that and about how the O'Driscolls have been one of the most prominent gangs featured so far. And I suppose whatever went wrong with him, the reason that he got arrested in the first place, probably something to do with the O'Driscolls. But like, because we're part of this gang and not just our own kind of outlaw, whatever some of our other gang members get involved in, it pulls us in as well. And we were not receptive. We did not want to save Mika when we first found out that he was arrested, but after much deliberation and some time thinking about it, at the end of the day we have to go do it because he's a member of our gang, and that's what we have to do for each other kind of if we want to survive. So kind of that toss-up, you know. One of the cons. Jesus.
Whoa.
Get the hell out of here. Come on. Come on.
We're the leading Irish outfit outside of New England, so
We can get closer.
Put him down.
Yeah, it's harder with the big boys, ain't it?
I'm gonna tell the law all about you. If they ever come out here. I just bet you'd kill a defenseless man.
Jesus Christ, the things you come across. So this was obviously a prisoner escort. That's an O'Driscoll inside, and a bunch of O'Driscolls attacked this police carrier. You can see this is a police officer here that's shot. I thought I heard a police officer saying, you know, back down or something like that. And sure enough, there was 3 O'Driscolls trying to rescue one of their own from being imprisoned. Jesus. So they're very organized. Oh, we found another platinum band. That's got to be worth quite a bit. The O'Driscolls are a very organized group of criminals. They're not all chaotic. You know, they are strategic in some sense. It's just our gang would not be that out in the open with everything. We're not just randomly roaming the free land. I guess we do have some of our gang members out and about wreaking havoc, but I don't know. I hate to compare the O'Driscolls to us. But man, another interesting situation. My horse ran off because he was getting shot at. Anytime I have bullets flying my way, I always try and ditch my horse to make sure that he or she, in this case, does not get caught up in the crossfire.
Come on
It's
now,
not
boy.
fair to the horse.
Yeah.
I do have some horse medicine, though, in case something like that were to ever happen. So because of having to break Mika out of jail, now I can't even go back and try and take in the sights and sounds of Strawberry. We are wanted, dead or alive, in the town of Strawberry. There is a bounty of $300. I was going to point that out, but we were in the middle of all that gunning in Strawberry, that huge shooting gallery there. So, but yeah, it said wanted, dead or alive, Arthur Morgan. Obviously, the $300 bounty. We're not going to want to get close to Strawberry. So, we are now wanted in a town that we have not even been to this point, and that's kind of not fair to us. It's kind of not fair that we're getting pulled into this nonsense, something that we should not have even had to do. Maybe there was another way to break him out, a quieter way. I doubt it, but this is all because of Mika, and now we understand why Arthur did not want to save Mika in the first place, and Dutch had to convince him, well, he's part of the gang. Yeah, well, he's not worth it. He's not pulling his weight. He's only getting into trouble. Got to cut some people loose. So this is the Javier mission just down here. So, oh boy. We are wanted, dead and alive, in all of West Elizabeth, which is the new state over here that Strawberry's in. So New Hanover was encompassing of Valentine and the Northern Grizzlies and whatnot. Then we went into this next area that was different, down by Saint Denis, and now West Elizabeth. I can't remember the name of it. And now West Elizabeth is a new state, and there's a $300 bounty in Strawberry, and we're wanted, dead and alive, in some areas of West Elizabeth. So we are going to want to go pay off our bounty ASAP. I don't even have close to the amount of money that I need, though. So breaking Javier or helping Javier break Sean out of jail in Blackwater is going to be awfully difficult. This next story mission just got made 10 times more difficult by what just transpired. This entire area, we are going to be shot at going down any one of these roads. Like, this is a serious situation. I don't even have close to the amount of money I need. I need to get back to the Horseshoe Overlook for now and regroup. See if I can make some money so that I can pay off my bounty, unless the story is just going to lead into me losing my bounty, but I doubt it. Ooh.
Yeah.
I just need to get out of West Elizabeth, cross back over to New Hanover, hit up the Horseshoe Overlook, see if there are any suggestions back at camp. See what Dutch has to say about saving Micah. Rest, eat a little bit, give them some of the provisions that I found, deal with the logbook and maybe upgrading camp a little bit, sell some stuff, that kind of thing. God, I was going to go straight from the Mika Bell mission and do the Javier mission right away. That's obviously not going to happen right now, though. I need $300. That's just the bounty in Strawberry, and wanted, dead or alive. They're going to send bounty hunters after me. There are going to be bounty hunters. Now, I don't know if the bounty hunters will come after you when you're in different states. Like, okay, so I'm wanted, dead or alive in West Elizabeth, but does that mean that the bounty hunters will chase me into New Hanover? I don't think so, right? I think that they have to stick to their state. the territory of their state. So I should be safe from too much risk here in New Hanover for the time being, until I can get the funds to bail myself out. I do not need to go to jail. Jail is for people like Micah, not Arthur. Companion activity is available in camp.
Hey! Who's there?
Talk to companions marked on your map to join. Bill.
It's me. Hope you had a good old time while I've been stuck standing here.
What you up to?
Nothing much.
Well, there's plenty of work to do around here.
Sure, Morgan.
You just said you're just standing around. See, earlier on in the game, I didn't really realize you could hold L2 and you have the two interacting options with either greet or antagonize. So you can choose for in either positive or negative response to every person. You can either greet somebody or be negative towards them right off the bat and antagonize them. So I didn't really get involved in a lot of conversations with strangers at the beginning. Now I'm talking to a lot of the fellow people from my camp. I'm going into towns and talking to people and strangers and starting to understand the mechanics a little bit more, which opens up what I can really do in the game. A new companion quest. I have absolutely no idea what that means. Oh, 5-finger fillet with Lenny. Sure, we could probably do that. We've played dominoes and we've done Toker before. Toker. We've done, oh my god, I'm exhausted. We've played dominoes and we've played poker, Jesus Christ, before. So, yeah, let's do the 5-finger fillet. I could use a break for sure from all this main story, stressful, do this, do that stuff.
Hello, Mr. Arthur.
Hey. At least the horses like you.
I know.
I love it being able to openly interact with everybody. Not as detailed as what you'd see in a game like Fallout, but you know, definitely new to the GTA Rockstar kind of world. This is Domino's. Five-finger fillet with Lenny. I think I gotta sit in this chair, Lenny. Play 5-finger fillet. Let's do it.
Hey, Arthur.
That knife's sharp enough, ain't it?
Depends. Why? You feel lucky?
Do you?
Oh, before me, at least 6 generations were born in chains. And for the last 3 years, I've been running from every lawman and bounty hunter west of the Lannahechee River. So yeah, I feel lucky. I'm the living embodiment of luck.
That is one way of seeing things.
But I'm also skilled. And in this game, you got to have luck and skill.
And stupidity.
The Outlaw's Trinity. Luck, skill, and just a dose of stupidity. Come on, you ain't too old and too slow just yet.
After you.
As you wish. You know, we should head back up that mountain sometime and make Jenny a proper grave. Something nice.
You liked her, didn't you, kid?
Well, sure. I mean, yeah, I liked her.
Perform tricks whilst playing by pressing L1 when the button appears. Okay, so I gotta try to not hit any of my fingers.
Ooh.
Like that, for example. I can change the sequence.
Oh.
Ooh, Jesus. You set a new record of 3 laps and a new record for the longest playtime of 11 seconds and a new fastest lap record. Okay, so it's basically how quick you can not cut your fingers off. Let's try circle. Circle might be easier. Ooh. Yikes. So that was just a practice round. Now I'm going to play Lenny for some real money here.
You got your bandages ready?
Round 1, complete 1 lap. Lenny will set the time that you have to beat. You've only got 5 attempts before you're out. Lenny beat Arthur's time and wins the round. Lenny beat Arthur's time and wins the round. Why, that can't be. No way.
Had a bad feeling.
Arthur beat Lenny's time and wins the round. That's how you want to play, huh? I don't know if Arthur should really be sacrificing his fingers like this, considering that his entire future success rides on his ability to shoot a gun. I don't know if this is the smartest game to play. Maybe we'll just stick to poker.
Now, watch
So Lenny sets the time to beat. See, I don't know what the time to beat. Oh, 7 seconds. Beat the time. Press X to begin. Okay, now it's going to be circle. Arthur beat Lenny's time and wins the 20-cent pot. The buy-in is 20 cents this time. So now the buy-in gets doubled. This could be a good way to win some money right off the bat here. It's not going to be a lot of money, but we could definitely go through a couple rounds and make at least a couple bucks to start out. Doesn't hurt. Lenny sets the time to beat.
Ooh.
Yikes.
No, damn it.
Yikes. Look at the gashes in his fingers. Ew.
Ah. Oh. Ooh.
Jesus. I got 1 attempt left. This is hard. Oh, it's a different sequence. Lenny beat Arthur's time and wins the round. Oh. The sequence was changing on me. I didn't realize it. Okay, I got it this time.
You're real lucky or real good.
Lenny beats the 40-cent pot. This is going nowhere.
Thank
Lenny,
you,
you are the
but
king
I'm
of
done
5-finger
now.
fillet.
All right.
I'm sure I've kicked your ass in a number of things before. It's not happening this time. Let's see what Dutch has to say.
So, a feller in town recognized me from Blackwater. That's not good. It's okay, though. I dealt with it.
I wonder if that's why I'm wanted dead or alive in the area close to where the Javier mission is, close to where we have to break that next guy from our gang out. Because this is the Blackwater area where Javier is in. Dutch told us to try and rescue Sean from the bounty hunters holding him in Blackwater. That's where our gang was escaping from, I believe. So that's probably why I'm wanted dead or alive there. So I think that is separate altogether, maybe from Strawberry. I don't know. Nonetheless, it's still... I still need $300 for the Strawberry region. That must have some impact on my wanted level in this West Elizabeth area. That should be my number 1 goal. I don't know if I should even try and do the heavier mission until that happens. Is it even possible? Is it going to be possible? Have I ever even had $300 at any point in this game so far? And how am I going to get that money that quickly? I'm starting to think that maybe it's not a possibility to have happen. So I do have to go to the butcher.
I hear you saved Mr. Bell from a hanging.
I'm sorry.
Well, I suppose he'd do the same for you.
Exactly.
We're all in this together, Mr. Morgan. I know you know that.
Of course, Miss Grimshaw.
See, again, we're all in this together. We're a gang. You know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That kind of mentality. Definitely some valuables. I got at least one platinum band here. Should I be donating all this stuff, or should I be trying to sell this stuff separately, maybe for my own personal money? Like, maybe I should just be giving money to camp for the time being. I need my own personal money at this time, that's for sure. So am I really going to be able to donate anything? You know what? Let's not donate money. I'll donate the valuables for now. I'm going to have to try and find other ways to make money. Jesus, this is going to be tough. I'm just going to have to do this mission heading into the dead or alive territory. I'm not going to be able to clear this bounty. Especially in the Blackwater area. That's all they've talked about at this point, is how dangerous it is going to be to going back to Blackwater. Hey, it's something. Donated $58. Give to the poor. There we go. That helps my camp. They shouldn't be crawling up my butt anytime soon. Now we'll check out the ledger, maybe see if there's something that we can upgrade with this newfound money, or at least maybe restock. Well, other people have been donating. That's good to see. I don't really think I can upgrade a whole lot right now. I think I've already done a good job of upgrading some of the stuff around camp. I should restock things though. That should be a good idea. I can't afford any of this expensive stuff just yet, so let's restock the ammunition. Let's restock the medicine. It's gonna be a lot of money, but we have to keep it stocked. And we'll restock the provisions wagon as well. Spent basically all the money that I donated and then some, but we got to keep up with things back here at camp, so that's important.
Mr. Pearson! Yes! I think you're losing your touch. How's the vacation, Marston?
It's been at least 6 months since you killed anyone with your cooking.
Don't worry, I'm just playing with you.
Is that your idea of a sense of humor?
I love you too.
God, it sounds just like
I didn't see you there, Jack.
Marson.
How are
Jack.
you, Jack? Hear you was sick?
A little bit, but Uncle Hosea gave me some medicine.
Aww. So cool interacting with all these different characters at camp.
Reverend?
Some crazy folk around here, that's for sure. Ooh, hello.
How are you holding up?
Not very well.
Oh, I'm sorry. It'll get better eventually.
Yikes.
I think we're fine.
Gotta try and sell some of my pelts and whatnot to the butcher.
Dutch, I feel I should tell you. I saw some of Combs' boys riding around.
Down here? What they want?
I have no idea.
They see you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me know, Kieran.
Mm-hmm.
We always do. You always do. I need you strong now.
Interesting. More of the O'Driscolls around. That's troublesome. Pearson, I got some stuff to donate. Not pelts. It's not really. Well, I can give him the pelts because he can use them for upgrading, but meat as well, so that he can put it in the communal pot of food for my group. So I do have some big game meat.
Good.
I'll give you one of those. I'll give you one good rabbit pelt. I'll give you 2 game meat. Scent glands, because I have no idea what to do with that. And that's it for now.
Many thanks, Mr. Morgan.
Not a problem. That was from like the jackrabbit that I killed in the last video, and I think I had some other game meat from before too. I think I still had some meat from the bear or something.
It all came to nothing, Miss Grimshaw.
Yeah, it did all come to nothing, Miss Grimshaw.
Sure, of course.
I never did like her very much.
Of course you didn't.
Hello, Arthur.
How you feel?
Hey, John.
Stronger for sure.
Not strong enough to work.
Evening.
Chirping John Marston again.
Evening, Mr. Morgan.
Just trying to get my food here, Uncle. Don't mind me. So that should definitely help. I've been underweight for the vast majority of my playthrough so far, so that's something that I'm going to want to change. Now I just want to grab some stuff from the provisions wagon. Might as well take some of the stuff. I'm the one frigging keeping it stocked and everything else, so... Provisions. How do I access? Beer bottle? No, I don't want beer. This is the wagon, I believe. Canned salmon, canned vegetable, canned peas, baked beans, some canned salmon. I don't need chewing tobacco. I'll take one canned fruit. I don't want to take everything. There's some bread roll. I already have bought some bread, I believe. Pear, I already have some fruit. Cheese, I've already got some of that stuff, so I can leave that stuff. I'm going to take some stuff from the medical camp as well. Probably the munitions camp, too. Might as well. Bitters. Only stuff. I don't use any of this stuff. I don't use any of that cocaine gum, Warma rum. I essentially only use the provisions to stay fed and the health cure when I need health. That's it. I haven't even been using alcohol or cigarettes or cigars or anything like that so far. So where is the health cures? I did restock it, but it's possible that they just don't have any. Would be probably one of the more valuable items, so.
No more desperate, Strauss.
It's in a debtor's nature.
Less desperate.
It's the guy we did the dating missions for. Leopold Strauss. Quite a character in himself. So now I'm just essentially gonna sleep, grab a new outfit, I'll save and quit, and then I mean after having thought about it a little bit, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pay off this $300 bounty. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to let this whole Mika Bell situation work out on its own. I think my gang is right. I did have to break him out of the gang out of the jail in obligation to the gang, And unfortunately, he dragged me down with him for a $300 bounty. We shot up the whole town of Strawberry, so folks are not going to like us there very much. One cool thing about that mission, though, was it asked me to enable my bandana at one point, and I have to remember that the next time that I'm in the middle of committing a really big crime like that, first thing that I need to do is put my bandana up so that people cannot recognize me, because right away it was dead or alive. That's Arthur Morgan. They see my face. That's what I was worried about, messing around in Strawberry too much before I went to the jail. I didn't want people to see my face. I was a little late getting that bandana up. That might have cost me a little bit too. Be interesting to find out if you can do that mission without end up having the consequence of a $300 bounty and a wanted dead or alive posting throughout parts of West Elizabeth, but whatever. But yeah, I'm just gonna rest up here at camp, and then the next thing that we do, we're just gonna have to go in. We're just gonna have to go into Blackwater and try our best, and I guess cross our fingers and hope that we don't get seen. I mean, what else are we supposed to do at this point? So we'll sleep till morning so that we can get a good head start. I haven't slept in a long time. I did a lot of missions leading up to that Mika Bell mission without even coming back to camp. So it's been a long time coming. I could use the 11-hour rest for sure. But first thing in the morning we're going to head to Blackwater and head out to Javier. But that's obviously going to be in the next stream.
Good morning, Arthur.
There is one new journal entry, so it would probably be worth it to read it. Huh. It's about Mary Linton. I thought this was in order. Whatever. Just change my outfit and then I'm gonna save and quit.